Welcome to the WION podcast. Today, we're taking a close look at something you might not have given much thought to. It's the data that smart toys, the ones for kids, are quietly collecting.
Yeah, exactly. There's some pretty recent research out there that really dug into the privacy side of things, looked at about a dozen popular smart toys.
Right. And the findings sound, well, surprising
Mm-hmm.
about what they're recording, where it goes.
Definitely surprising for many people.
So our mission today is to unpack all that, try and understand what it means for you, for the kids using these toys.
Mm-hmm. And the study covered quite a range, things like the Toniebox, the Tiptoi Smart Pen, educational apps like Adorino, even the Tamagotchi, robots, kids' smartphones.
Wow. Okay. So quite a mix.
Yeah, all these toys that use apps and the internet to make playtime more interactive.
Okay, so let's dive right in then. What's the main takeaway, the key thing that stood out?
I think the core issue really is privacy. Many of these toys are gathering a significant amount of behavioral data about children. That's the big flag.
Behavioral data. Like what specifically? Can you give an example?
Sure, take the Toniebox. The research found it records not just when it's turned on, but which specific little figurine is placed on it when playback stops.
Okay.
And even like if and where a child rewinds or fast forwards the story or song.
Whoa, hang on. It tracks rewinding
Yeah.
on a Toniebox. That seems incredibly detailed.
It is quite granular, yeah.
So what happens with that information? Where does it actually go?
Well, that data gets transmitted back to the toy manufacturer.
Right.
And what's also quite interesting is even if you use the Toniebox mostly offline, say it only connects briefly to download new content, it can apparently store that usage data.
And send it later when it does connect.
Exactly. Send it off later. Plus, the study pointed out something else worrying. Some toys, including the Toniebox and the Tiptoi Pen, they found the data traffic wasn't securely encrypted.
Not encrypted. So this detailed data about how a kid plays is being sent unprotected.
That's what the research indicated, yes. Which obviously is a security concern.
Yeah, that definitely raises some red flags. What about toys that use more advanced tech, like AI?
Good question. They looked at a toy using something like ChatGPT as well, and they noticed the log data seemed to sort of vanish regularly, probably after it was transmitted.
To save space on the toy, maybe.
That's the likely technical reason, yeah, optimizing storage. But interestingly, the way the data stream looked, it resembled audio.
Audio. Why would that be?
The researchers speculated it might be related to improving speech recognition, specifically for, children's voices, which can be harder for AI to understand.
Hmm. Okay, so the companies often claim this data helps them make the toys better, right? Optimize them.
That's the usual justification, yes. Improving the product, the experience.
But the research hinted that maybe the exact purpose isn't always super clear to parents.
Precisely. The why isn't always transparent. And it doesn't stop just with the toy itself. The study also found some companion apps, the ones you install on your phone. They sometimes ask for permissions that don't seem strictly necessary.
Like what kind of permissions?
Things like access to the phone's location or the microphone.
Location access for a toy app? That seems odd.
It does raise questions about necessity, for sure.
So when you put this all together, what's the bottom line for people listening?
I think the big picture here is that children's privacy really needs extra protection. We need to be more careful. Now, sure, some parents who are tech savvy, who have the time, they might be able to research and choose toys that collect less data.
But that's not everyone, right?
Exactly. Many parents might lack the technical know-how or just the sheer time to really investigate these issues properly before buying a toy.
It really does give you some food for thought, doesn't it? About the technology we bring into our homes, especially for kids. What's happening behind the shiny plastic?
Mm-hmm. It's a hidden layer we don't often consider.
Well, this has been really insightful. Definitely highlights the need for awareness. Stay tuned for more such intriguing stories to come.